3, 2, 1. Hey, you know who I am? It's Jazz, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. First off, thank you for everyone who did come back. If you didn't come back, watch your back. I'm just kidding. First off, how's everyone doing today? I hope everyone is having a blessed day and having like a great day. If it's anyone's birthday, happy birthday out there. Happy birthday. It's your glow day. So, today we are going to be ruining my childhood. Yeah. So we all know, everybody in the universe, everybody, probably even the aliens, seen cartoons. Everybody. Ren and Stimpy, SpongeBob, dang, Fairly Odd Parents, okay? Everyone has seen that. And if you haven't, you're probably born this year or born like... You were probably born this year. Oh my... Yeah, so, like I was saying, everybody, anybody should have seen it, okay? Just cartoons in general. Like, even Hey Arnold, your dog probably seen that, okay? But everybody my age, 21, 22, even 19, 18, we've all seen it, okay? So, I'm thinking, why not just ruin our childhood today, you know? So we're going to be looking at some cartoon theories that go along that actually try to make sense of what the heck we was watching and why things was happening that way, you know? So, before we start, what is you doing? Honestly, I love theories, okay? I love trying to prove if it's right or wrong, so let's see if I can make sense of whatever the heck we're gonna be talking about today. I got this video from The Finest. Shout out to you.
Close attention to some cartoons can get dark. From a broken fairy family to bossing around babies, here are 10 dark cartoon theories that will ruin your childhood. Before we begin, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification.
Word, he's speaking real facts. So you should like this video. You should subscribe. You should comment, okay? Yeah, you should comment, like, whenever this video is done, you should comment whatever you think actually, like, really happened. What the creators was really thinking about. Like, if they was on some stuff, you know. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so... let's get into it.
Bell for more amazing videos every day. That being said, let's begin. Timmy Turner is a neglected boy with a very active imagination. The show centers on the misadventures of Timmy and his flying magical godparents who grant his every wish. Cosmo and Wanda are loving godparents. However, their interference in Timmy's life usually goes wrong. It's not a far stretch to think that Timmy created them from his imagination because he doesn't get enough love, support, and guidance from his cold parents. But why are they so distant? Some superfans think Mr. and Mrs. Turner are wounded by a tragic past. There are subtle hints that Timmy wasn't the only child born to the family. Timmy may have had a twin sister. Here are the clues. In the episode Channel Chasers, we get a future look at Timmy's family and he's got twins. Having fraternal twins is a hereditary trait, meaning his mom could have carried twins. If you listen carefully to the dialogue, you'll notice they call Timmy their only son, not necessarily their only child. Plus, look at how outrageously large his mom is in this flashback. There isn't a lot of material out there to cheer.
Okay, pause right there. So doesn't matter how big your belly is. This is a fact coming from a mother. Okay, no matter how big your belly is, you could have any amount of kids in. You could have like a 40 centimeter like in length for your stomach. You could have that for just one child. You could have, dang, 56 for 2 kids in there, you know? So the size of the belly doesn't really even matter. At least I would say You know, it doesn't really tell what you're having. At least I think so. When I was like 6 months pregnant, I was barely even showing. And the more that I went out, people would ask me, okay, how far along are you? I'd be like 6 months. And they'd be like, what? No, you're supposed to be bigger than this. Like, no, 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 and no. When I was pregnant, it'd be like every person that I walked by when I was like 5 months pregnant, barely showing, they'd be like, you're supposed to be bigger than that. And it made me feel like there was something wrong with me, something wrong with my baby, like, and I would start freaking out immediately every single time, you know? So I don't buy into that. Okay, her belly could have been huge, but so what? Timmy Turner, look at his head. Look at his head. Look at his head. That boy got a big head, okay? But twins, we don't know anything about the backstory on the parents, you know? We don't know anything about that. Maybe one of the parents could have been a twin. But I never saw any aunts or uncles with Timmy, like, so I know because in my family, there's like a line of twins, you know, but it skips every generation, you know. So my cousin has twins, but my aunt didn't have any twins, you know. Okay, wait, hold up. I think it passes every 2 generations, actually, thinking about it, because my cousin has a set of twins, right? But his mom, my aunt, doesn't, like, there's no twins in her family. So I'm pretty sure that one of my grandparents somewhere in that line had twins or something like that.
Bereft parents, and maybe creator Butch Hartman has used 16 seasons of The Fairly Odd Parents to help the people.
There is 16 seasons?
This next theory makes more and more sense the longer you think about it. Rugrats centers on a group of babies that play together in their small neighborhood. We take for granted that all kinds of cartoon characters normally wouldn't talk. Animals, even cars, have personalities in the animated universe. But Rugrats is so low on cartoonish action and high on realism, it does stick out a little that the babies talk. The only kids big enough to talk are Angelica and Susie. Consider this. Angelica, clearly a troubled child, made the babies up in her mind for someone to talk to and terrorize. How is it Phil and Lil are both identical and fraternal twins? Maybe Angelica doesn't understand the biology and just rolled with it. The Pickles, Tommy's family, is dysfunctional. The patriarch Stu compulsively builds toys in his basement, a plausible obsession for a bereft dad. Same with Chucky's dad.
I'm sorry. There's some parts of parenting that make you just want to like bang your head against the wall, but then the other times where you should be yelling and screaming, you can't do nothing but laugh. You can't do nothing but laugh. What are you doing, baby? Also, I've heard about this before. I've heard that Angelica is like super lonely, and she just wants like a bunch of like people to talk to, someone around her age. But what I don't understand is, why would she come up with babies? I'm about to get all psychological on y'all, because I major in psychology, right? So what I've learned so far is that people with like low interactions and like people who are like lonely, even children, usually think about someone or something that is like what's absent in their life, you know? So like if a kid only has like one parent and the parent is working all the time, you know, and the parent kind of like lashes out sometimes, they dream or fantasize or even like make up in their head a parent or a friend, someone who is kind of like a guide towards them, and someone who is there, you know, like everything that's absent in their life, you know, someone who's like a best friend and this and that, you know. So for Angelica, in her case, Angelica should have had someone maybe like Susie, you know, like the black girl, her best friend or whatever. You know, Susie is around her age, you know, Susie like can actually speak, walk around. She plays with dolls and all this and that, you know? Now, on a terrorized level, I don't know about that because I've never dreamed of terrorizing my siblings. Ever. I mean, instigating and terrorizing are two different things, okay? Let me just put that out there. And for that certain person that is gonna say that it's not the same thing, or that it is the same thing, and I'm talking to you, Mac, because I know you're going to be watching this, okay? It's not the same thing. I don't be terrorizing you. I be instigating. Make sure you always do your research, okay? You can't just take anyone's word for what it is, especially doctors. Doctors be lying. They be saying stuff, and then they just be, like, thinking that we're going to take their word for it. Like, me, myself, I'll tell everyone this. Make sure that you look up everything for yourself as well. I've seen Toy Story so many times this year, having this baby. Okay, this baby loves Toy Story. Okay, she doesn't like the first one. I don't even know why. But like the second and third one, she likes. Fourth one, she doesn't really pay attention to it, you know? And yeah, so let's see like what Toy Story is all about.
Toy Story is a fun, lighthearted story about friends trapped together owned by something massive compared to their size. The premise is already a little macabre. Before we talk about Toy Story 3, look back at the first two movies. They take place during the space race, and the changing times drive the conflict between Woody and the new guy, Buzz Lightyear. In the third installment, Andy's ready to go off to college, so the toys ponder their fate. Woody rallies the group and gives a speech, which drama buffs can confirm is unusually similar to a scene in The Pianist, an award-winning Holocaust movie. Not a coincidence. After this, Buzz suggests they go hide up in the attic, a common place for old toys, but also the famed hiding place Anne Frank and her family spent years in while hiding from persecution. The story follows a clear Holocaust allegory. The world turns its back on the toys, and they're packed tightly together and carted off to a daycare. The daycare represents the concentration camps, a place where the toys are sent to die. The toys are neglected, abused, and even incinerated once broken. That's dark enough, but there's a huge visual cue telling us to think deeper about what's going on. There's a world map in all three movies, with the map in the third version showing some unfamiliar borders. Knowing how many people work on animated films, especially Pixar films, the inconsistencies can't be an oversight. History buffs who have pondered the changes to maps between the sequels speculate there was a world war between 2 and 3. The similarities are too close to overlook. There are guards, privileged prisoners, all the horrors. The only major difference is the happy ending. In Toy Story 3, the gang is saved by the aliens, reunited with adult Andy, and adopted by a new home. Bonus theory, the ending isn't quite what it seems, and the toys didn't make it out of the incinerator. Maybe they perish, have one last spiritual encounter with Andy, and enter toy heaven.
The number you have dialed.
My heart, y'all, I'm really about to cry. He said they entered toy heaven. My gosh. That really sound like it. That really sound like it. And like they was in the movie, they was really trying their best to get out of there. Okay? I watch this movie all the time. I'm always thinking, yo, there's something wrong with this movie. There is something wrong. And they came on some good terms. Like Buzz went, he tried to talk it out with the bro. Bro, like, reset him. You reset my guy. You reset Buzz Lightyear. Who do you think you are? Imagine seeing like thinking about the movie like that now. They all them toys just got burnt. They got burnt. And in their mind, like that last slice of what's it called? Of action in their brains, their toy brains. They're like, you know what? We're gonna just live it up. You know, we all got back together. We got to Andy, and Andy had a great life. He went to college. And now we're with this little girl who wants to play with us all the time. All the time. They even made a second movie. You know what? I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm just like talking from my head instead of thinking. So let's get back to the video. Cause like my mind is. Also heard that Phineas and Ferb, like a theory for Phineas and Ferb. I wonder if it's in here. I'm gonna say it anyways. Was that Phineas and Ferb had died when Candace was like, I think she wasn't paying attention to them one day when they was doing like one of their, I think the roller coaster episode. Hey, she went to say hi. The first episode for the roller coaster, they said that was a start. Like after the roller coaster, like Phineas and Ferb like ended up like dying or hurting themselves like super bad, and it was her. She felt like it was her fault. So for like the rest of the series, she's thinking, okay, well, my brothers, like they're creative or whatever, but they ended up getting in this accident. So it's in her head, like every time that her brothers are doing all these creations and all this stuff, right? She's trying to stop them. She's trying to be like a responsible big sister and be there for them and be like, no, you can't do this. Okay, like you're gonna end up getting hurt. She's trying to bust them, you know, to her mom. And every time that she tells her mom can't see what's going on because of the fact that like they're not there. Like she's legit like hallucinating like all day for the entire summer. Like and the fact that as humans, we can really sit down and think about this messed up stuff, okay? Like, and project that onto cartoons. I'm about to sit here and say it right now. Y'all humans, y'all be wildin', okay? I'm not like you. Don't try to put me in her, okay? I'm not like you. You telling me JAZZZZ is a snitch? Wait. Hold on, because I was just watching this movie. Wait.
Hinting at anything, along with a lot of ZAZZU's lines in not just the I just can't wait to be king number, but the entire film, it's that ZAZZU really does not like the idea of Simba being king. The most noteworthy line is, if this is where the monarchy is headed, count me out, I won't hang about. It seems pretty clear that ZAZZU would willingly rebel against Simba if Simba were declared king. Because of this, some fans think ZAZZU may have worked with Scar, communicating off screen, and helped him pull off his plan to dispose of Mufasa and drive Simba out. Adding to the theory is that when Nala and Simba enter the elephant graveyard, ZAZZU comes to find them, but Scar was the only other one who knew where they would be.
Okay. I'm not falling for that. One, because of the fact that I feel like ZAZZU has been in Mufasa's life for a really long time, or at least like to know the proper like do's and don'ts of being king, you know? And like Simba's a kid. You get what I'm saying? So like you see like throughout most of the time that he's a kid, like in the movie, that he's just trying to have fun. Like he doesn't understand what all the rules is about, which is every single kid. You know what I'm saying? So like his ideas, like in the I can't wait to be king song, like that's just him like right now. You get what I'm saying? Everyone changes, and I feel like even Mufasa was like that at one point, you know? But I don't think ZAZZU would turn on him, you know? Like I don't really think so. But like that last part that he said, like no one knew where he was. I mean, like ZAZZU could have been telling him. He could have been telling both of them because he was with them at first, and then like they did the whole number and then they ran off. But that doesn't mean that ZAZZU got out and he wasn't trailing behind them, you know? Like ZAZZU was legit always there. He was always there, you know? Like I don't know. I'm I'm not buying it. So what do you guys think? Like, comment down below and like tell me like if we have like more theories, or you know, any like crazier theories, like anything that should be a theory but doesn't like really click yet, you know, because why not, you know? I think oh my gosh, the Coraline theory. Okay. Okay. I really want to do this, so I'm just gonna have like a little bit, because like this next video is like super freaking long, right? But I want to watch it because Coraline is the one movie out of my entire life that I've ever watched that I have been confused about for a good couple years. Okay, I think I first watched Coraline when I was like 13, maybe. So it's like what, 7, 8 years? 8 years already that I've been extremely confused. I don't understand anything about Coraline. Okay, I just know that there is an evil stepmother, not stepmother, there's an evil mother on a different side of a door who just went crazy, you know, like she want to eat Coraline and like be all weird and stuff like that, like trying to kidnap kids. Like, you're weird, girl. So I want to watch it just for a little bit because we're already doing theories. So all right. Okay, this video is by The Theorizer. So Coraline theory, literally every mystery solved, but we're not gonna watch every mystery because this is like 2 hours long and I don't got time for that. So yeah, let's get into it.
The Beldam actually lived in the Pink Palace, but then something clicked. As I did some research, sure enough, history itself supported my thoughts. Coraline has been confirmed to take place in Ashland, Oregon. Ashland was settled in 1852, roughly 150 years ago. This means that the Pink Palace was built as the town was being settled, and whoever lived there first was a very old-fashioned person, the Beldam. Now, that word means a lot of things, like beautiful lady and grand dame, but the thing is, it's a very old word, rarely ever used, and I'm suggesting that the Beldam is the original owner of the house. But her name isn't actually the Beldam. But she was a normal woman. She had the Pink Palace built for her, as she and several others settled Ashland. This explains why there's a garden in the backyard that resembles her face strikingly. She is the Grand Dame, or the leader of the settlers, and thus she gets the mansion of Ashland with a garden built in her honor. If you're still touchy about the topic of her being a human, the Coraline book literally confirms this when the Beldam says she had a mother. She said she stuck her mother in
I want to read this real quick.
a grave and pushed her back in whenever she tried climbing out. Well, weird. Okay, so far so good. A highly respected woman settled Ashland and moved into a large pink mansion. The book implies that the Beldam discovered the Otherworld and that she didn't actually invent the Otherworld itself, just the stuff in it. So it's my believing that she perhaps fell down the well one day. At the bottom of this well, the Otherworld. It's sort of a pocket universe without any laws of physics, as all of the laws are created by the inhabitants, the prime one being the Beldam. So basically, her magic isn't natural, it's just a know-how of the Otherworld's emptiness. Now here's where it gets interesting. I'm sure you've seen Tangled, right? It's like a Disney Rapunzel movie. In it, there is a woman named Mother Gothel. She's a very old woman who feeds off of a magical flower to stay young forever. This is exactly what the Beldam is doing. Eyes are the window to the soul.
That kind of makes sense. That kind of makes sense because it was like maybe like when she's in the other world, she kind of spies through like that little door in the house. You're telling me that you eat the flesh off of children so you could look like that? I'm getting like super into this. Okay. Yeah, to be honest, I don't think anyone's gonna understand what the heck is going on in this movie. Bruh, I don't get it. That's all that we're gonna do for today. You know, tell me if you want to see some more videos like this, like theoretical videos. Like, I personally find them extremely enjoyable. It makes my brain work, and because I have some time off of school, it's exactly what I need to do. I just want to say thank you guys for watching my video. Thank you for taking the time out to watch my videos and watch some weird theories with me, and for ruining your childhood with me. Because I just want you to know, my childhood is ruined. Like, subscribe, you know what? Comment down below. Like I said earlier, comment down below if you have some theories that you think should actually be like adjustable theory, you know? With that being said, you know who I am? I'm Jazz.